We only have like limited time. All right, Romo, bust it out.
What episode?
92.
Oh, 92. 92!
Episode 92. Welcome to the Odd Pod, as always. It's gonna be the three amigos again.
Yeah, Diego's not awake.
Yeah, Diego, handling business. Diego's actually trying to, be a good husband and, keep
You're not trying, he is.
He's being a good husband, hold down a full-time job. You know what I'm saying?
As we all, well, I mean.
As we all.
But he has, his schedule is like crazy.
Yeah. He's taking care of his woman. He's doing what he should. That's way more important than this podcast. All right. Anyway, we're actually gonna talk about evil in this podcast. Evil, all around evil. We're gonna talk about, first of all, like, what is it? All right, you want to talk about our opinions of what evil is, or you want to define it already?
Well, defining evil is...
Come on, Podmaster over there. What do you say?
Oh, shit, I like that name.
Podmaster.
So let's talk about what we think it is.
Well, let me give the definition
Y'all
first.
do the definition first.
Well, the definition of it is basically you're morally wrong or bad. And it's basically what it is. Harmful.
So morally wrong or bad?
Yeah.
All right, now, Romo, what's your definition of evil? Close that phone up.
My definition of evil?
Yes.
Anything that's really just horrible, bad. Like, you gotta define, like,
how do you
true
define
evil.
horrible, bad?
True evil. Like, true,
How do
you
you
have
define
no
evil?
morals. You don't care about any type of, like, honorable deeds. Like, you will cheat, you will lie, you will do anything to ascend to the top of the, or to the grade, or an impediment for yourself.
Someone
than
full of,
others.
someone who's nothing but ego.
Nothing but ego, nothing but just, they care about nothing for them but themselves. And they will do anything and everything to get the upper hand on everybody else.
Chris?
Yeah.
My bad. Did I
I
cut
mean,
you off?
you can keep going with it and going with it, but that's the true definition of somebody
Yeah,
who is morally...
let's not
has
take
no
all the
morals.
good definitions.
No, that's not good.
Leave us some words too, Romo.
No,
Sorry.
because it's all different.
Hell no, I was gonna say the same thing you said.
Ditto.
Podcast over.
Evil.
Basically.
Evil. I think evil is something that's inhumane.
Inhumane.
Right.
Well,
Unhuman.
you ask, I give you, define me one word, you give me a bigger one. What's inhumane? Define.
It's like that goes against your.
Pretend we're talking to like your son.
Right. So everybody has a conscience.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's why you feel bad for things.
Morals.
Yes. And that feeling, if people who don't get that feeling, I mean, they're usually psychopaths, right?
Okay.
But they can do evil things.
So lack of consciousness, lack of conscious.
Lack of morality.
Yeah.
Right.
Bad morals, no morals, lack of morals, whatever.
And I think evil is derived from like devils, right?
The evil, evil.
The
It's
evil.
a French word.
And then it's like, and that goes into like my belief of fallen angels and demons and shit. So like that's basically pure evil. And they spread into like humanity and shit.
I smell what you're cooking.
Yeah.
All right. My opinion, evil is just basically ignorance, right? Lack of wisdom, lack of discernment. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a bad person to do evil shit. A lot of times, dumbasses do some really evil shit and they don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? We've
They don't
seen
even
it.
like they black eyes.
I can attest. Sometimes I will not realize that, hey, I'm being kind of selfish with my friends or with my wife or whatever the fuck. I need to regulate that. You know what I'm saying? I need to slow my roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See that as evil?
And I'm not aware that I'm being an asshole, and I'm being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't. Yes, you might be able to excuse the fact that, okay, you didn't know, but that still doesn't mitigate the fact that I might be causing damage with my ignorance.
Yeah, what was hard to do is like fight the evil right then and there, because like I usually, like, if I have like a little burst of anger or something and I get into it with somebody, I usually realize it later. Just tell them
Come on, remember your train of thought, bro.
Nah, it's
That was a
fucked up.
whole scene, like, cause so Vino took Romo's phone and put them both like right next to mine.
Sorry,
bro.
teacher. Trying to regulate
Nah,
this.
but now you're talking to a teacher who has some CBD, so I lost my train of thought. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Delta 8.
What do you want to go on there,
Delta
Romo? Like,
9.
do you want to add now? Okay, look. What is it? We talked about its agenda. an agenda. What do you think evil people like? I mean, you pretty much summed it up. Chris summed it up pretty well when he said that evil people just care about themselves. All they want to do is dominate. You know, step over people. You know,
So selfishness is an evil trait. It can be, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Because it leads, in my opinion, yes, selfishness immediately leads to vanity. And vanity is, of course, a sin.
Right, the sins.
Pride, that's a sin.
Sins are evil.
What? You say nah?
I don't say nah. I think pride is like one of those emotions you can kind of like balance with it. You have to know the
Every
balance.
emotion is balanced.
Knowing self-worth, I think is
It's-
different than pride.
It's like anger, right? You can
In a
get,
sense.
you can be a person that just feeds off your anger and yells and gets mad, or you can use that anger to fuel something else.
Mhm.
Like I'm mad about this, I'm gonna figure out how to solve it instead of just trying to get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's the evil ways with pride, and then there's the great ways of pride where it can actually get you out of that evil.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, if pride doesn't let you see that you're wrong or admit that you're wrong, that you're being selfish to the point of yes, I'm an ignorant person. Remember, my definition of evil was ignorance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember what I was gonna say. I think.
Go for it. Hit it.
All right, so like in the moment, I have this little burst, right? I might have like a little burst because the
Of anger?
chaos of anger.
Okay.
Something might happen, right?
Yeah.
But immediately afterwards, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Chris Chaos.
So the trick is like it's hard to catch yourself before reacting.
That's a trick, you know. Training the mind. It's catching those negative emotions when they pop up and not letting them like fester or letting them you know.
I
It's
think
like,
I'm better than I used to be, but it's still.
it's like for example, imagine you're home and you see a shadow outside. You know, are you just gonna stay there or are you gonna go investigate? If you stay there, what if the guy sneaks in your back door now? Now he's in your house. Now we got a problem. That's what I'm saying. So when those emotions do pop up, you need to address them right away. Because if not, they're gonna creep in. They're gonna creep in.
Yeah, they'll creep in and it'll get worse. They'll grow bigger. You know, it's better to just address the situation at that point.
They'll creep up on you like the Strangers movie. Fuck, that was scary.
You know, and then you don't know what kind of emotions will come out when you do, you know, stuff like that. I think that's what the problem with this generation is that they kind of just brush under things under the rug.
You know, I think Romo's gonna do a solo episode where he talks about his descent into evil.
Yeah.
We've all had, yeah.
It was honestly, I feel like 2021 has been a spiritual attack on everybody. You know, a lot of shit's been going
Chris,
down.
I want to spit on something because when I brought up episode 69 and what it was about, the deportification, you said I didn't enjoy talking about that, but see,
Right.
you should enjoy having to bring those things to the front and have to address them because these are things that you're just pushing to the back.
You always
You know
got
what
to
I'm
think evil is
I
more
know that's
powerful
the
in the dark,
Yeah.
and when you don't address your issues, you're leaving it in the dark, and it grows more powerful throughout the day.
Yeah,
as
bro.
days go on and as things go forward.
Right.
You're gonna one day have to go back to that episode, listen to it. I'll listen to it with you, and we do have to accept that this is the reality, and this is something that hey, do we really like what do we really like the effects of it so far? You know what I'm saying? But that's for another day. Right now we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Another thing, lessons to be learned. You know what I'm saying? Like from evil. What good can be taken? Can any good be taken from evil?
Like the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah,
There has to be
yeah.
a Balance.
Like a lot of times, someone will say, "Oh, this bad thing is happening to me," and even when it's surpassed, they'll look back and say, "That bad thing happened to me," and I'll look at them and I'll say, "Okay, out of this bad thing, did you learn a good lesson?" Yeah, I did. Do you think you'll ever allow yourself to get back into that situation? No, of course not. Well then, if good came out of that bad, can that bad really be bad? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Romo, his descent into alcoholic madness and depravity and just horrificness. You know what I'm saying? Like it might have been bad. He might have been dealing with horrible emotions and dealing with it in the most evil way. But look, hopefully he can look back one day and say, out of that bad thing came good. You know what I'm saying? I descended into evil and I realized that's not where I wanted to be. And I rose out. I got out. I climbed out of that pit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure. Like Bane getting out of the right, didn't he?
Well, Batman did it too, so let's do it like that
Oh, yeah,
instead.
so Batman.
Because he's not gonna come out and kill the world like Bane is.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. No, we'll talk about it in another episode.
Yeah, X said that's future
Right.
episode future episode promo evil his fight with evil.
But that's what evil will do to you. Its ultimate goal is to make you condemn yourself, and
Once you start hating yourself, it's so easy to hate everyone around you.
and you
Because
start condemning
Hate is
others.
evil.
yes,
you start condemning others. That's one thing you always got to remember about good. We don't ever condemn people. If you look, you could always look at it like.
Also,
for my generation, it's the Avatar: Last Airbender, not the movie, the damn
show.
cartoon show, because everybody remembers the last season where Aang spent, trying to spend time trying to figure out how to not kill the Fire Lord, and everybody wanted him to kill the Fire Lord. Even the past avatars from himself, he asked
Kill
all
the
the
guy.
past lives. Yeah, they all said it. No, you have to, except for one, and it was a monk who told him, go here and they'll teach you how to do a different technique, which is to take his complete bending away. He couldn't do fire bending or anything like that anymore. Basically, he was a common man just like everybody else. And so, but the problem with that is that you not only go into his mind, but you also receive his evil. And what it can do is it can completely consume you if you don't have a perfect, not perfect, but a pure heart. Because the good will always, overcome the evil, no matter what.
Yes.
But if you have any
Amen.
corruption within yourself, the evil will find it and try to use it against you.
Yeah.
Aang almost lost that battle,
And
and with it, he'll lose himself, and he'll become evil himself.
And then,
But he-
Romo said, it'll tell you that you need to drink, or with you, it'll tell you need to watch this stuff. You need to partake in these actions. You know what I'm saying? You'll justify it. You'll defend it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, we're gonna put a lot of stuff out there, but I would sometimes make little jabs at Romo's drinking problem. You know what I'm saying? And of course, back then Romo obviously he was kind of trying to brush it off, but it was a thing that was sort of like starting to fester. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. I mean, can you say that? Yeah, look, it got to the point where yes, it became a giant problem. See, because even when the chance to address it came up, he didn't. He kept everything to himself. He didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk about it with friends or family or anybody or try anything. He
That's what it does to you.
just kept on justifying doing it. Right? Fuck everybody. They don't understand you anyway. They're all gonna judge you. See, tells you that shit. You don't need nobody. You just need me. See, alcohol is just like any other, like meth, heroin, all these bad drugs, pills. You know what I'm saying?
Or a toxic chick.
Yes, toxic. I don't need anybody but this person in my life. Oh my God, they're my everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing without them. I'm nothing. Ah!
You're everything.
Damn, that's kind of like.
We're God's lowercase g.
But yeah, that's what you always have to remember.
We're always fighting evil. Every day is a fight against evil because evil is being like blasted at us from the TV and the fucking radio and shit.
Yeah.
Other people's bad intentions trying to rub off on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but it's like algorithms are like pushing like the sexual agenda towards kids at a young age, and that's just fucking evil. A lot of weird Hollywood shit is evil.
You also have to look at how the news
Scientists.
is evil because of how they're trying to push a certain.
Exactly.
Agenda.
Something that promotes separation amongst the people, something that wants to divide people with an opinion or an agenda, that's evil.
Right.
Because, that's a good way to remember this. Okay, togetherness is good.
It's positive.
So yes, separateness is evil. It's that simple,
Yeah,
bro. It's that simple.
Anything that like that tries to separate us.
And yeah, bro. And what do they try to do? They try to separate you by what you're interested in sexually, by your political position, by what shows you like and don't like, by sports teams. You know what I'm saying? It's so ridiculous,
By
bro.
what you find funny.
Exactly, dog. You know what I'm saying? They've always got to find a way to try to turn people against each other. You know what I'm saying?
And that's evil, man. That's
Yeah.
just darkness.
Because then it gets you used to that. So yeah, it's always got to be somebody versus somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're always
Right.
looking for a fight. We're brainwashed this way at a young age. And that's just how it is. But you have to be able to one day hopefully recognize that, hey, I'm being manipulated. I've been manipulated. You know what I'm saying?
Constantly, I mean, they're trying. It's every day.
And even then, here we're going to swing into another branch. Even when you are at your best and you can defend yourself and protect yourself and bind those evil thoughts and cast them down where they belong, like Michael. You know what I'm saying? Michael's the archangel. How evil will play dirty. Evil will try to come at those around you if it can't come at you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Romo, once again, what he went through pretty much goes into that. It couldn't get to us as far as the core of our friendship and everything, right? It knew that if it tried to come at me and corrupt me, it wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? But then it went to Romo. You know what I'm saying? And when heartbreak happened, man, evil just saw an opening and then just it smelled blood. It smelled blood and it just went in, bro. And you know what? It overtook him. You know what I'm saying? You know, Roma was already battling one thing, and then this other one was just too much. You know what
And
I'm
we'll
saying?
get into more like I said, like we're gonna take a minute.
So that's so basically yes, when evil can't come at you, it'll go at those around you. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it will.
Like, can y'all talk about experiences you've maybe had with this?
Uh,
Do you believe that? First of all, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I completely agree with it. You know, when again, we'll talk about it when I go completely into the alcohol thing,
Well, don't talk about alcoholism. No.
but
We need to stop
We-
promo. We need to
But
stop.
alcohol can be evil, man. The
Oh,
spirits,
it is. Of
It
course
is.
it
the
is.
It's
spirits are like,
100%.
that's how you get
That's-
possessed,
that's-
bro. I
that's-
think if you get drunk, you
That's
get possessed.
that's what they
'cause I've had
call them.
drunk,
That's what they
crazy
call them. They're
experiences.
spirits. You know what I'm saying? They're spirits.
Or you open yourself up.
And look, this coming from someone who went all the way. Like
I did too, man.
I always
oh
say
no,
this.
you
Oh,
I mean, I was drinking and driving. Were you drinking and driving and shit?
bro.
Yeah,
like
okay.
man,
Alright.
we're
It's too real.
you know, like
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
this shit. Like I always say, you know, name one loving or good intention thought you had while you were on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you can't name
Well,
one.
I had some good poetries on it, but not in the sense of like.
All right, Kurt Cobain. You know what I'm
The
saying?
only time I had a good time is like when I would get like I just pour like a cup of whiskey, right, a glass, water the lawn, smoke a J or something, and that's it.
That's
just
like
get a little
yeah,
buzz.
that's like old alcoholic dad mode already, bro.
Yeah,
That's how it
but
starts.
I mean
But
that
I
sounds like
don't
relaxing.
I don't need it though. That was like a couple summers ago where I was doing that, and I was like, yeah. That was
See,
a nice
that's
time. But I'd rather not spend the money on it. I'd rather just. use
that's
the-
drinking. My level of it was something completely off.
No, I know. I used to do
Oh,
that.
right.
shit.
So
I
okay,
used to
okay.
do that.
We'll drop the alcoholism for now.
Wait, that could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
No,
it
but
is gonna be
it's
another
also
episode.
It is.
even with not even talking about it was an attack on myself, my attack on my own confidence, and I already was suffering from low self esteem as it was being a kid and having to be fat, you know, most of your life and not really having the motivation or really the aspiration to be what you wanted to be like. To me, being the weight that I am now, when I chose to be vegan the last few months, or not vegan, but being a vegetarian for the last few months.
No meat. Just say no meat.
Yeah. Well, it helped out, balance myself out, and it made me realize that 10 years ago I wasn't like this. I dreamt of this. You know, that was the little light that I saw when I was a kid, that like I know the rest of my life it's not going to be like this, but the evil made me seem like, no, your life sucks. You know, your parents are this, and you're this. You're fat. You're out of shape. You know, it plays back in your mind. That's evil. That's the evil that everybody has inside of them. But it's overcoming it and knowing that it's there is what I learned.
We consume evil.
But don't you think that you also have the choice to say, okay, I'm not gonna be consumed by these stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm talking about. Like, knowing that it's there, knowing that it's gonna always talk, but knowing
It's
now,
silence eventually.
huh?
I
It won't.
think-
No, it'll never go silent. That's the thing. It will always be there. It's okay to address and say that evil will always sit there and try to convince you that you're that. You have to find it within yourself, that light that's louder than that voice. If I can try to make it sensitive.
Your voice has to be louder. I think you should try like
Yeah.
affirmations and shit, and just
Oh.
literally say them to the mirror and get like compliment yourself and shit.
So do you have an experience with how evil maybe tried to attack those around you and it maybe couldn't get to you, or how it attacked you, and you know?
I mean, for sure, like all the negative shit I did, all the drinking and driving, and when I was younger, in my early 20s and teenage years,
Getting that passe.
yeah, all that debauchery and getting fucked up and yayo and all that shit.
Degeneracy.
Experimenting, bro. I was just doing everything. Not everything. That sounds kind of like
Yeah,
homo.
yeah. I wasn't doing homosexual stuff. I wasn't
Yeah.
experimenting like that.
But
I don't know,
Yeah,
Chris,
because
you
then I
kind of did
cheat.
look away when we come to say that.
nah, cause I'm just like, nah, no homo
Just
shit.
like that one time.
I mean, I was with two girls, so that was their homo shit.
Okay.
Alright, bro, whatever.
Keep going,
Keep
dude.
Keep going. I was just fucking with you.
Technicality. What's it called? Bless you. Salute.
See, your ego held attack.
No, but and then when my son was born, right? It was like whenever I was acting crazy and shit, I was also like with my ex, and then I got cheated and stuff that went along with it, and then my son ended up suffering eventually because his parents aren't together,
Yeah.
and that is some kind of suffering. So that definitely, bro, it goes to the closest.
But put it like this: better that y'all were separate than y'all together and y'all just
Yeah, it
arguing.
would've caused more suffering
arguing,
if it was
and
good
he
together,
sees
for
that
sure.
shit. You know,
Uh-huh.
then he does grow up traumatized. Then he's just it's a repeat. And
I think the fact that I didn't like wait, I wasn't thinking like clearly. I was thinking with my dick. Me and her weren't supposed. Like, I mean,
Bro,
I do.
y'all were young. You didn't know any
subscribe
better.
to-
You know what I'm saying? You were young. You didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was just we both came from like trauma and PTSD from our parents, wild
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's just like
See,
we were caused.
y'all's-
So we were.
Y'all's what is it? Misery loves company. Y'all's misery found company in each other's misery. You know what I'm saying?
It was like that Rihanna song, bro.
Oh,
Fell in
God.
love.
Oh,
God. You really gonna do
You just
that,
ruined
man.
that. Oh man, if what
You
I
just
said
ruined
sounded,
it.
if what I just said sounded good, it just got.
Oh,
Nah, but you know.
But we so maybe like the shit our parents did like in front of us and shit that caused us to suffer. The shit we did caused our kids.
Now that
to-
song is stuck in my head, you asshole.
It's a good song,
We
bro. I watched
fell-
the video the other day, but they like overdose on it.
We
It's like
fell
a
in
story.
love.
I can't. No, we're not gonna go anywhere near this song.
We fell in
I can
love,
hear-
in
shut up.
love, let's play.
Nah, we don't want to get flagged on YouTube. I should this shit.
But I can agree with what you're saying, bro. Is like what our parents had to understand. They didn't have that lesson with emotions and this and that, so they couldn't really teach it to us.
Yeah,
There was no mental health.
There was no motivational speakers on YouTube. You know, back in,
Yeah, there wasn't any of that.
And shit, man.
No, they had those
No
in
guys
cassettes
in the
and
gym.
shit.
but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah.
Nah,
easily
you had to buy a
accessible.
book.
Easily
Most people
accessible.
weren't
Yeah,
gonna-
now
That's true.
everything is accessible, like right there at
But-
your fingertips.
So they really didn't know. You know, they had to grow up the same way that their parents taught
Their
them.
parents
And
and
it's up
even
to-
more trauma.
It was up to us to stop that cycle, stop that evil cycle that's going on right now. That's why you see so much rebellion right now, is because we're teaching them not to. I guess we're teaching these kids not to be so.
That's a whole nother discussion.
So
Yeah.
so fighting it, trauma's kind of like evil shit that you can't control, right? They just happen. To
Yes,
you.
but you have to overcome.
Right.
It's like your arch enemy.
But we also
it's
have
your-
it like in our DNA, like everything that our ancestors would do
Yes,
supposedly.
yes,
So we are the strongest of our bloodline
yes,
because we have all that, and we're still overcoming it and still surviving and
yes.
doing God's fucking work and just talking and being nice to people.
Yeah,
and being with our
yeah.
families.
You would hope that everyone can hit that point where they realize, hey man, like you know, if my job is to overcome generations of trauma, and I'm gonna fucking do it.
Mhm. It's my job to stop a certain cycle, and that's exactly what I plan to do.
Yeah, bro, a whole
Yeah, I'm
generation is basically fucking woken up and shit.
I'm the first generation of my family. Like my mom and dad, when they took my last name, we're the first ones there. So I have to set the standard of how the rest of the Romo family's gonna go.
Wait,
I have to.
they took your last name?
No, my dad's original name is Gonzalez, and my mom's was Munoz. And when they got married, they chose the last name Romo,
Why?
just cause they
Whose
wanted.
last name is that?
Nobody.
Oh
Well,
my
they're running from
lord,
somebody.
bro! This
Uh,
is the crazy
they're-
origin story.
They're running from somebody in Mexico. Are they from Mexico?
I don't know. They can't. I never
Damn,
really
you don't know
asked.
anything?
So your last name should be Nick Gonzalez. Your name should be Nick Gonzalez.
What's your dad's original last name?
Gonzalez. That's what he said.
But I think really how my mom explained it to me, because she gave me different reasons, is that because we're the first generation here, and she wanted us to be the first generations that came from Mexico.
She like hated her parents.
Hey,
No.
if you get
She
married,
not like Mexico.
if you get married, you and your wife should choose a whole nother set of last names too.
Could.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
I'm gonna keep the Romo name going.
Keep something cool. You know what I'm saying?
What if she wants to use her name?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Yeah,
Will
nah,
you use
just
her
kidding.
name?
Oh yeah, he
Depends,
says that right.
right? Depends.
He says that right now, and then later on he's like,
I mean,
I'm not giving.
I would
that.
I'm
have
not
to
trying
have-
to say shit.
I would have to have. I could do like a dash, maybe. I don't know.
Nah, I honestly feel my kids have to be, the last name has to be Romo.
Romo.
Yeah. She can do what she wants, but my kids.
I wonder what made
do
them
that.
choose that name.
You should ask him.
I need to.
Is
That'll
that,
come.
is it Gonzalez? No. it's
We're gonna
not.
come back with a future episode with the answer to that. Roman's gonna go ask mom and dad about that.
And we
shit.
learn something new every day, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk.
This is mysterious.
Real talk.
Mysterious.
But yeah, for me, I have to set the standard of how the rest of the family is gonna go, and I'm having a jump start with it with 3, 4, little kids.
Oh, we're definitely like having to teach our parents because like they were so like controlled by one type of media. Just a few companies.
Yeah.
They didn't have like freedom of like it wasn't easy for them to just look up shit and see the facts. And there was just like CBS and NBC and they controlled everything. So
Mhm.
so that all that brainwashing and evil shit, we have to like
So,
break them out of it.
so I think to wrap this up, we should say, how do you defeat evil? And my opinion is, obviously, you defeat evil with love.
Yeah.
You're never gonna defeat evil with evil. You're never gonna get any result other than evil if you give evil for evil.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So you do have to remember that in order to keep love, you have to look at it like this. All right, we all have our aura, right? That that thing, whatever, and you have to imagine that aura is like you're wearing a scuba suit. No, yeah, like it's like an astronaut suit, right? Okay, and you got the helmet on, right? Most people walk around with a really clouded up helmet, bro. A lot of people have the thoughts that they have weigh them down so much that they live in a cloudy world. But there's others who are in control of themselves, whose intentions are to the good, and who work to try to radiate love. Their helmet is clear. Their vision is clear.
Right.
There's no fog. They can see right here and what's far ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like that analogy?
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
I was gonna say another one.
You looked at me at first like, damn, it's going, but see, I knew it.
I like to be able to see far.
I worked, so yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way you overcome evil is gonna be with love. And yes, a lot of times people say, but there's so much and it's weighing me down. Hey, love. Check this out, man. What I've learned is this: if you are putting the legit effort to try to be good, be loving, and have good intentions, the universe is not gonna let you do it on your own. It's gonna throw you a bunch of freebies. It's gonna throw you a bunch of help. It's gonna make it way easier than you thought it was. But you have to keep your frequency to the love frequency. To good intentions frequency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So, a lot of times that does mean eating humble pie. Like Romo's gonna do when he brings up his episode, and how we talked about the depornification. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna talk about chess.
No, good gravy.
Nah, just kidding.
Well, that is a good. That's the best
You
way.
know what, Chris? You know what, dog?
Damn,
Don't fucking play with me,
damn,
dog.
bro.
I know I brought that up.
He's
but
like, you were
fucking-
down 3 pieces, bro. Hey,
Man,
so
you know what?
so-
Fuck both of
I
y'all.
had 2 wins in a row, bro.
So-
Nah, I'm just kidding.
so you like this episode?
Yeah, it's pretty
27 minutes.
good.
You
No,
like
I
that?
also think.
Oh, yeah, go
I
ahead.
didn't get my wrap up to it. You're talking for like.
Hey,
8
before
minutes.
you do that,
Ah.
use this one instead.
But what are you trying to do?
I think another way to defeat evil is faith. I think you have a little faith on because I think that's what's missing in this world is just faith that the future is gonna work
Oh,
out.
yeah,
did
bro.
not mean
I
to do
electrocuted
that.
myself the other day.
Like that George Michael song.
Remember you?
Oh man, I felt so
But-
old saying that.
I electrocuted myself the other day.
It's don't look too far into the future. Have faith that the future is gonna be bright. I think that's what a lot of people are having trouble seeing right now. Have faith that the present is gonna work out for you because you have to work for it. If you're not, then start working for it. It's never too late. It's the present, And the past, don't even think about it too much. Have faith that the past was a lesson to you, and that's what God's intention was. Have faith that was your path to lead
Yeah.
you to where your future is going to be.
Right.
Having faith will help you, to that future that you want to see. And having faith will help you in the present when you just say, you know what, today is going to be a great day, and have faith in that.
Like when
Even if it is a bad day, then have faith. Well, then it was a lesson day, and keep going with it.
like,
Sure.
like when someone tries to tell something about your ex, instead of reacting in some kind of emotional way, you're able to say, yo, that's not me anymore. That is not a part of me anymore. I don't want any part of that. So you're just gonna brush it off.
Right.
You know?
And that clicking sound y'all heard was Vino, like right by the mic.
You got a
clickety.
problem with OCD?
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be loud as fuck.
Okay.
Man,
Wait,
don't like that.
we're gonna see.
No, because there's an episode of Joe Rogan where what's his name, Lil Duval was on there fucking with the lighter and shit, and it's like
A lighter.
I do have OCD, bro.
A lighter's
I do have OCD. I'm sorry.
A lighter's way louder than this. See, the big brother in me just wants to keep this kid like.
No, but it's hard for me to like focus on what. Hey, my bad. That's just me, bro. I am OCD.
He hangs around kids all day. You probably like hit on this all day, and this pin clicking is what's driving him crazy.
I bet you he gets annoyed whenever I'm like tapping my knee on the ground.
All right. He's like,
Instead of moving my leg.
Damn, bro.
I'm a fidgety person.
Yeah,
so I
man.
don't
You
know
know what
bro.
I'm saying?
But
Like,
if it fucks with the audio, then I have the right to say something, right? Because that's for the good of the podcast.
I think that's another evil.
Because we might have like some. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Shout out to the 18 subscribers.
What's up? Okay. Well, how about this?
I don't know.
How about
Welcome
this?
to the family.
How about this? If when you go back and listen to this episode, if the clicking is loud, I will give you an apology on the next episode. Nah.
I'm gonna go home and turn it up, and make it super loud, and be like, "Look, bro, it's like fucking ah."
What about you? Okay. Romo wrapped up
Wrapped
his
up.
how to defeat.
That was
evil.
beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
I do want to tag on to that and say the best way to fight, you have to have faith in God and in a creator or the universe or something.
Faith in something.
So you need something bigger than us because, or even if you believe in like manifesting shit yourself, you're like, but that's just positive energy.
I got a
It's
piece.
like
I
karma.
got some advice. Stop waiting for someone to come love you. You know what I'm saying? Learn
You have to love
yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the people get into toxic relationships, stay in toxic because they don't want to be lonely. They're afraid that if I'm alone, I'm literally alone. Like I have nobody. Well, learn how to love yourself, fam, and learn to love your own company. Learn to appreciate that you're a person that's definitely worth more than being stuck with people who don't respect you. You know what I'm saying?
In the book of Five Rings, they teach you the 25 ways to be able to walk alone. And I wish I could remember them off the top of my head. I'm just, super.
Ooh, not a real fan. 25. It's just 25.
You have to learn
What is it?
You have to learn the way. It's a way of the warrior. It's a way to be able
It's
to.
that book, remember?
The book by Miyamoto Musashi.
Musashi.
The Book of
Man,
War?
it's fucking-
The War?
No. That's Sun Tzu.
This
No.
guy teaches you. I mean, in a warrior's way, it teaches you how to walk the way of the warrior in different ways.
Sun Tzu is Chinese, and I believe Musashi was Japanese.
Yes. He was a Japanese warrior, and it goes through his entire life on how he learned all these lessons. Be defensive, be like water, be like fire, earth. What? Sorry.
I'm gonna do it like that. No, he's the one
Oh.
that's like, fuck you.
But no, that's basically what it is. It teaches you how to handle it throughout life, and if you look at it in a very bird's eye perspective on how your life is, that's how you balance it throughout your regular life. How people just is like, if you're working a 9 to 5, and people are attacking you, and you want to attack back, maybe that's not the answer. Maybe you should just be like water, or be like earth, and just be stern, or just go with the flow of it, but show that your work is what's gonna defeat this shit talker.
Kill
It's
him
gonna
with kindness, bro.
Yeah, pretty
Kill him
much.
with
You
kindness.
Like I
either
said,
kill him with
yeah.
kindness, or you kill him with hard work, basically.
Yeah, but you don't want to be like stuck up while you do the hard work. Like, huh?
He also teaches you to humble yourself, to not think that you have to be this statured person.
Yeah, if you're doing something to prove something to somebody else, that you're doing it for no reason, you're the only
That's
person.
pride.
Yeah,
That's how
yes,
pride is evil.
yes,
That
yeah,
kind of pride.
yes.
He teaches you the pride that you need is like, what's your craftsmanship? Like, what do you do on a regular basis? Are you a
Right,
fisherman?
right.
If you're a fisherman,
Like,
be the best
if
fisherman you can
if
be.
you're gonna put your name behind it, whatever
Yes.
your
Yeah.
job is,
Yeah.
Yes,
do a good job.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter what it is. You could be a farmer. That's your place in this world. Be the best damn farmer you could be. If you're a warrior, then be the best damn warrior that you can possibly be. If you could, anything that you were meant to be. If you build homes, be the best homemaker that you can
So
possibly
do the best that
become.
you can.
Yeah,
Do your best.
Yeah.
yours.
No one
Not-
else's expectations. Fuck looking at a scoreboard. Fuck looking at a first, second, third, whatever place. It's about, did you do your best? And even if you came in dead last, if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, that was my 100% best effort. Hey man, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed about. That's what I was telling everybody. That's what kids need to fucking hear, fam.
And when you can be able to walk your own shoes by yourself while evil is trying to attack you, I mean, there's not really anything that can really stop you.
You know what's louder than it's clicking? You're coughing.
I know. I've been trying to control it. I've been
Damn, nah,
Yeah,
hell no.
That's in every episode.
Yeah, whatever.
That's in every episode.
They
So
take it
I
up on
don't.
the Friday
Man, whatever.
podcast. It's on every episode, so I kind of cut it out, and I see myself, and it's horrible.
It
Who you
is
trying to
Chris.
bullshit,
It is
Chris?
Chris.
So
Face your dark side.
It is, bro. It's dark. So I've been
This is
cutting that
one
shit
episode.
out.
I'm clicking a pen. You cough every damn 5 minutes.
Hey, but evil doesn't fight evil, bro.
Ah!
Nah, just kidding.
I know, right? We just bumped heads. You see that? That was some verbal jousting, but it's in good nature. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay, man. Chris ain't always gonna be right, and it's okay. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
I think we
I
could-
understand.
Yeah, bro. I'm not always.
Maybe we can wrap it up on that one. now.
I am Jay Kane. In case anyone thinks I'm talking shit, I'm Jay Kane.
It's all
We're gonna drop this until Chris lets me hear this episode, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That shit was kind of loud. My bad. I said I'll apologize on the next episode. Hey, so you want to wrap it up right there?
I think we should.
Yeah, bro. Fuck evil.
We fell in love in the loveless place.
Peace.
Oh, yay.
Peace.
Pause it.